Welcome to our deep dive, everyone. Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into the weeds with the V86 harness racing for Wednesday, May 7th, 2025.
Yep, a full card to look at.
Our mission, well, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Go through each race, V86-1 right through to V86-8. We're looking for, the likely winners, the main challengers, and maybe some of those sneaky long shots. So let's kick things off with V86-1 at Jägersro.
Okay, Jägersro first. This one's for the fillies and mares. And two names keep popping up. Number 7, Kumla Fermentro, and number 9, Karma's Shadow.
Kumla Fermentro, she seems pretty solid. What's the main thinking there?
Well, the big thing seems to be her tactical ability. She can, win from the lead. She can win from behind. That versatility.
Makes her dangerous.
Exactly. Hard to game plan against. Plus, she's won recently, so the form is definitely there.
Okay. And then Karma's Shadow, number 9. She made quite a splash last time, didn't she, coming over from Denmark?
Oh, absolutely. Big impression. Had a really tough trip, hung out wide for ages, used a lot of energy.
And still won.
And still got the job done. Shows real grit. So starting from the back row this time, if she gets maybe a slightly better run.
She's a massive threat.
Definitely. Feels like most agree the winner probably comes from one of those two. But who actually gets there first? That's where opinions seem to split a bit.
Right, the classic head-to-head debate. Okay, who else is in the mix? Number 5, What a Bill. Not completely ignored.
No, not entirely. Especially if the pace gets hot early. That could play into the hands of horses coming from further back, like her perhaps.
And I saw a mention of Bella Bellissima, number 2. A bit of a long shot.
Yeah, definitely an outsider. The key thing is she hasn't actually won a race yet.
Right.
But her recent runs haven't been bad, and that inside draw, post 2, is a big plus. Sometimes all it takes is that perfect trip.
To break the duck, yeah. Okay, interesting start. Let's move to V86-2 over at Solvalla.
Right, Solvalla. And the buzz here, well, a lot of it surrounds Makalu Doc, number 7.
Big reputation, that one.
Yeah.
Just won a V75 final.
Yep. High-level stuff. But he is coming back after a break.
Ah, the layoff factor. Always tricky. How ready will he be?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Huge talent, but is the fitness there first time back?
So who's the main challenger then? Ike Zet, number 4.
Yeah, Ike Zet seems to be the one many are pointing to as the horse to beat, actually. Perfect record this year, 3 for 3. And the reports on his training are consistently good. Seems like he's held that top form, so it's a real clash. Makalu Doc's class versus Ike Zet's current sharpness.
Fascinating. What about Rendezvous, number 8? Bjorn Goop driving.
Can't ignore that combination. Rendezvous won last time out. Seems to be in good nick. Goop in the sulky always adds something. Definitely a contender.
Sure. And Point Blank, number 2. Good starting spot.
Very good draw, yeah. Post 2. Should get a nice trip from there. He's been pretty consistent, too, so you'd expect him to be somewhere around at the finish.
Any potential surprises lurking?
Well, maybe Brilliant Kid, number 3. If he brings his A game, performs to his full capacity, he could, stir things up a bit.
Okay. Back to Jägersro then for V86-3. 3-year-old fillies.
Yep. And this one feels like it revolves quite a bit around Precious Steel, number 2.
She's expected to lead.
That's the strong feeling, yeah. She's quick from the gate. The thinking is she gets to the front, and from there, she's tough. Some sources rate her chances very highly.
But there's always a but, isn't there?
Well, yeah. While everyone acknowledges her talent, she was 4th in a big 2-year-old race last year. This is her first start since February.
So similar to Makalu Doc, that layoff concern.
Exactly. And there's a sense she might be a little overvalued in the betting because of her reputation, especially facing some decent rivals here.
Like who? Amy Barrasso, number 5.
Amy Barrasso is definitely one. Described as a filly, really improving, got a lot of speed. Could challenge for the lead, maybe, or sit right behind Precious Steel, seen as a major threat.
Okay, and this is interesting. Agarita, number 4. Big equipment changes.
Yeah, this really caught my eye. First time racing barefoot all around Barfota and D with an American-style sulky, the lighter bike.
That usually means they're looking for a big step up, right? Trying to unlock more speed.
Absolutely. It suggests the connections think there's more under the hood, and these changes might just bring it out. Could be a significant boost for her. Worth watching closely.
Definitely. Anyone else? Ajamaja, number 7.
Ajamaja's got that winning habit, which is always good. She always tries hard. But this is tougher competition than she's been beating recently. Still, can't completely rule her out.
Seems like beyond those few, it might be fairly open.
Yeah, it feels that way. Potential for someone else to jump up if the main contenders don't fire.
Right, V86-4 now back at Solvalla. And this one seems, well, dominated by one horse in the discussion.
Yeah.
Don Finucci's set.
Overwhelmingly so, yeah. Number 5. He's the hot favorite. He's actually won this race before.
Okay.
Got great speed, good draw in the middle, and his comeback race recently was apparently very impressive. Ticks a lot of boxes.
So the feeling is he gets to the front and stays there.
Pretty much. The consensus seems strong that he'll likely lead and be very, very difficult to pass.
But who's the main danger if he, has an off day? Sterling Mac Crow, number 6.
Star Mac Crow is pegged as the main challenger. He was really good first time out this season. Maybe not quite as sharp last time, but still seen as the one most likely to pick up the pieces. That outside draw, post 6 though, that makes it harder for him. Got to cover more ground.
Understood. Any potential value elsewhere? Fly by CA, number 3.
Yeah, he's mentioned as a possible outsider. Didn't get clear sailing in his first Swedish start, apparently, but showed some promise. Second start now, expected to be sharper.
Could be interesting. And Catulo Jet, number 1. Inside run.
Yep, post 1. If he gets a nice, cozy trip behind the speed, he does have a strong finish. Could maybe grab a place.
And Missile Hill, number 7. Form figures maybe don't tell the whole story.
That's the suggestion. Maybe he hasn't had the best of luck, perhaps affected by track conditions. The shorter distance here might actually suit him better than recent races.
Okay. What about Versace Face, number 8?
Tough spot for her, really. Outside draw, sprint distance, against this level of opposition. Looks like a difficult task.
Right, halfway through. VAD65 back at Jägersro. Vanquish, number 7, seems like a key horse here.
Definitely. Lots of ability. Vanquish, been showing good form, but he's had issues with galloping lately.
Ugh, the dreaded break.
Yeah. But he's dropping a bit in class here, and crucially, he's starting from an inside lane in that supplementary start group.
Which could help him stay settled.
That's the hope. If he behaves, keeps trotting, he's considered a really strong chance in this field.
Okay, makes sense. Global Flashback, number 6.
Global Flashback. Maybe wasn't quite firing on all cylinders last time out, but he does have a good record when he gets to the front. And the starting position is decent if he makes the lead easily.
Could be tough to catch.
Could be, yeah.
Then there's Localizer, way out at number 11. Consistent type?
Very consistent, usually puts in a good effort. The main worry is that starting position number 5 in the vaulting start group.
Can get tricky from there. Boxed in?
Can be, yeah. Needs a clean getaway. If he manages that, expect him to be in the finish again.
Okay. Leroy Maris, number 12. Battle hardened.
Yeah, he's faced tougher horses than this recently, so he's definitely seasoned. Can't ignore him entirely. And maybe Roosevelt, number 3, if he happens to blast out and grab the lead.
Right. Potential leader danger. Okay. V86-6 at Solvalla. Short distance sprint.
Yep. And Ready Star, number 1, has drawn the absolute perfect spot. Pole position.
Huge advantage in a sprint.
Massive. The expectation is pretty clear. He holds the lead from the inside, and he becomes the horse everyone else has to try and run down.
But his stablemate, Ready West, at number 4 is right there.
Exactly. Ready West, same stable. Looked like he might have won last time, but made a late gallop.
Oh, costly.
Very. But it shows the form is top-notch. He's seen as the prime challenger, ready to pounce if Ready Star puts a foot wrong.
Interesting stable dynamic.
Yeah.
What about Fly Express, number 10? High hopes from the stable.
Yeah, the reports are quite positive about Fly Express. Powerful horse, lots of ability, but starting from the back row in a short sprint.
That's a big ask.
It's a significant challenge, yeah. Needs things to really open up for him.
Anyone else worth a mention?
And Mr. T. Starlake, number 2, has a decent position. Might surprise if he gets the right kind of trip.
Okay, nearly there. V86-7, back to Jägersro. DJ Spritz, number 9.
Yeah, DJ Spritz gets a bit of buzz. He's dropping in class, which is always notable. And the draw, number 9, might actually work out okay. He could land in a nice spot, maybe second or third over behind a couple of expected fast starters.
Setting him up for a late run if the leaders tire.
Potentially, yeah. If they go too fast early, he could benefit.
What about the likely leader? Laban Legault, number 1. Won from the front last time.
He did, and could do it again. The worry with him is sometimes he gets a bit too fired up, too eager.
And that could hurt over the mile distance.
Could compromise him, yeah. Needs to settle.
Here's Johnny Socks, number 3. Post-surgery angle.
Yeah, had throat surgery. He's had a couple of runs since then. There's a feeling there's quite a bit of underlying ability there, maybe more than meets the eye right now.
One to watch, maybe. Global Action, number 6.
Global Action is mentioned as dangerous, but specifically if there's a really hot pace, an overpace, needs things to collapse up front, and he needs to be having one of his good days.
Got it. Okay, the final leg, V86-8 at Solvalla. Gio Barroso, number 4, seems to have impressed.
Very much so. Made an early mistake last time, galloped, but recovered incredibly well to finish strongly.
Shows determination.
Absolutely. And this slightly longer distance is thought to suit him. Plus, they're putting the bike on him, that American sulky, for the first time.
I'm trying to find even more speed. Interesting. Ugali, number 10. Bit of an enigma.
That's a good word for him, ugali. Huge capacity on his day, but also very inconsistent. Prone to misbehaving.
High risk, high reward.
Exactly. If he puts it all together and stays flat, he's seriously dangerous in this field. Could definitely cause an upset.
Checkpoint Charlie, number 1. Making a comeback.
Yeah, first run since February. But he's promising. From post 1, he should get a good run, whether he leads or sits behind, expected to be a major factor.
Okay, Buddy Top Line, number 2. Coming in hot.
Yep, 2 straight wins. Form is clearly good right now.
And Freeloader, number 5. Another equipment change angle.
That's right. Interesting changes being made after his comeback race. One to keep an eye on, see how those changes work out.
Phew. Okay, so that's a run through all 8 races. So we've covered the horses getting most of the attention, those seen as the main challengers, and sprinkled in a few potential long shots based on those recurring themes in the commentary. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.